How did the German banks fare in the hyperinflation? Were they winners or losers?
The German banks, I think they came out of it. I mean, they still existed afterwards. The German banking system was highly complicated. It was then, and I think still is, because there were so many state banks and Landesbanks and so on. And many of them were issuing their own currency as well, while the central bank was issuing these huge amounts of money, getting with bigger and bigger denominations. There was never enough to go around, and local banks, just as local companies, were issuing money as well. It's a good question. I'm not quite certain what the answer is, but they survived. I think bankers always survive, and that's one of the sinister things about some bankers.
They knew what the monetary problems were, and therefore were able to position themselves to take advantage of it.
Equally, some, as we know now, as still happens, go spectacularly bust. But that's, again...
Absent the inflation, do you see any way that governments today can repay their huge debt loads?
I personally can't. We're talking about a selected number of governments. Germany will be all right. America, I think, will not. These Mediterranean countries, I think, will not. And I don't see really inflation as there being any other obvious way out. It is interesting the way the expression what keeps on mute, people are going kicking the can down the road and not facing the facts. And indeed, one goes on hoping that there will be some kind of solution will come out of will be found in the back of the cupboard, but there's no sign of it. And in European terms, the thought is always that first you can try issuing central bank bonds, which will be backed by everybody, but the Germans won't have it. The other possibility is that Europe becomes much closer fiscally, so that it works as one great United States of Europe. People don't want that. It may be the only way out, but if they won't have it, and I think even that would only be a reach-me-down kind of solution, because Germany will end up by carrying whatever has to be carried. Eventually, inflation will be the answer. It may be quite a good answer. I mean, one or two countries will default, but thereafter, stability, as in Germany again, will be attained eventually by a default and starting again.